I'm Baerd, and we're here at WNXP.
I don't want to mess this up by telling you some stories from my past. Times I was a criminal, or the times I wish would last. 'Cause in every curve and crevice, I'm worried I'll get lost on my way back. Who I was a month ago, is it a question I shouldn't ask? Quiet minds, invisible night, a question not a task. No wonder we spend so much time showing our stories their iron spines. Maybe we can let that go, if only for tonight. We're never who we once were. We're hardly who we are, After the last word spoken was innocent, really said. Another breath, another moment, another one, another day. I don't want what's happened to get into what's left, what's left. I don't want to mess this up by telling you some stories from my past. Maybe we can let that go and lay here in the grass.
That song was called A Month Ago, and it's about, it's kind of an anti-nostalgia song. I don't, well, I'm tuning. Yeah, it's a song, kind of about how the past is not right now. Kind of prevents me from connecting with other people at times when I go back there. This next song is called All Your Secrets. Let me make sure I'm in tune.
Tell me all about it, tell me what you know. Tell me all your secrets all the way home. You got caught in the aftermath, someone else's body bag. Oh, so come with me. We'll find what we need on our own. On our own. Tell me about a one-way ticket to a nowhere town, somewhere we both know our way around. I know fear follows you around. I won't let it burn you down. Oh, sure, come with me. We'll find what we need. Oh, now. Sure, come with me. We'll find what we need. Oh, now. Home.
This next song is called Fall in Love Forever. It's a song kind of about I want to live my life to the very fullest that I can possibly live it, and then also be stable in some capacity. And those feel at odds to me. We got to tune to the capo.
Some days can I be still, not cold, not frozen? How can I ride the wave and love emotion? Light as a feather, I want nothing to change. Cast off all my weight. No 2 days the same. Wanna feel like thunder, wanna talk like rain. Believe the best can happen. Prepare for all the worst. Wanna fall in love forever. Wanna run once I get hurt. Wanna live like nothing matters. Live like nothing matters. Well, things can't feel how I wanna. Gray or saturated commas, unkept promises. I make them in good faith. And some days the stars are in my pocket and I'm whistling to the moon. But I can never hold the light long enough to be consumed. Sinking deeper every day. Sinking deeper every day. Sinking deeper every day. Light as a feather, I want nursing a change. Cast off all my weight. No 2 days the same. Wanna feel like thunder, wanna talk like rain. Believe the best can happen. Prepare for all the worst. Or fall in love forever. inside get hurt. Wanna live like nothing matters. Wanna live like nothing matters.
Welcome to Sonic Cathedral, everybody. I'm Jason Moon Wilkins from WNXP, and I'm here with Nashville-based artist Baerd. How are you, sir?
I'm doing well. How are you?
It's nice to see you in a more lit room. We had a chance to literally bump into each other when you were playing with Matty Diaz.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was amazing.
Thank you so much.
And it really struck me because, according to your Bandcamp description, you're a 7-piece Boston-based progressive folk/Americana band. I was shocked to find you're a Nashville-based solo artist.
Bandcamp is a platform I have let live and die, evidently.
It's like my LinkedIn. Yeah,
exactly.
I haven't touched it in a long time.
Very old.
Okay.
And I will be updating that today. Now. Good catch.
Well, it's funny because it says Baerd, Nashville, Tennessee, and then directly below that, I'm helping you with future DJs.
No,
but
I appreciate that.
Well, take me on the journey from 7-piece progressive folk Americana Boston bass to Nashville.
Yeah, so I went to college in Boston, and I started. I wasn't sure what I was going to be doing there, but I was playing music, and I got kind of like supported by a lot of other musicians in my writing when I was there, and really good. I was really lucky to be surrounded by really great musicians who wanted to play my music, and so it was kind of like before I felt confident really owning that they were my songs and that's what I was doing, I kind of wrote for them and with them, and kind of it was beautiful, and also like something that can only happen in college.
Right.
If that makes sense.
Very much makes sense. Yeah.
But
from there, you chose Nashville.
I chose Nashville.
Yeah.
And it was because it was between Nashville, New York, or LA where I could maybe get work. I saw like New York as kind of not being an option because I couldn't have a space to record there potentially. And I had been to New York and LA before in my life, and I had not been to Nashville. So there was no like negative bias whatsoever. There was no obstacles in my way, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And I play like acoustic adjacent music, and I really love playing acoustic guitar, and I really love recording live instruments. Yeah. And this seems like a bastion, like a safe place for that in a lot of ways.
For sure. Absolutely. Well, and you seem to have already found your way into some great musical relationships. I've seen your name pop up with other folks. I mean, you're producing some.
Yes.
Yeah. How has that been, getting to know folks, and then if it still works like it has forever, people usually quickly hear about, oh, there's this guy. He's really good. You should hear about him. Yeah.
I would say the drummer who I played with, Axel, was the only person I moved into town with, and I didn't know what I was going to do when I came down here, whether I was going to write or record or what was going to be the easiest way in, because I don't really care what I'm doing as long as the music's good, if that makes sense.
It does.
Or if it pays the bills in some ways, in all honesty. And so whatever was fastest way there, and I found myself like being the only guy who could run Pro Tools, like in friend circles, and was down to do that. And then kind of people would come to my house, and then I'd start writing, and I got work at the studio Moxie and met a lot of people through that, and then it just kind of spread out, and then posted a lot on Instagram. Honestly, was like bored and lonely, and was like, I'm gonna just make minute-long ideas, like as fast as I can, because I don't like to do this, but when there's a camera there's all of a sudden this pressure, because I wanted to finish it very quickly and not like have to go through an hour and a half of footage or something. So I just make a minute as fast as I could, playing as many instruments and recording all of them, and that kind of is all kind of led outward, if that makes sense.
It does. Well, and I wonder that, because seeing even numbers of listens you have on Spotify and certain songs and things like that, for an artist who hasn't toured a ton, doesn't have a label or any like big push or anything like that, what do you attribute folks finding your music, still relatively early on? Obviously you have some previous releases, but
I would say Spotify has been a big supporter. And I've gotten really lucky in that people who work there have happened to come to some of my shows.
Oh, there you go.
Like I think early on, like 4 or 5 years ago, and then other people who had worked there had come to some of my shows, and it kind of, I think, created some sort of like confirmation to them. But it was all from like people supporting me, having seen me play, usually playing for somebody else who's asked me to play, if that makes sense. I'm not sure. And I just feel lucky right now in that way.
Well, some great songs. I mean, it's the kind of thing that, you know, I'm sure the Spotify folks have had the same experience that I have, where your music is something that, you know, a song like Same Page, I want to play it for other people. You know, I want to share it with people. And that's always such a great feeling when you see someone and it's like, oh, that's good, but you can't wait to tell somebody else about it, you know. And you have this new record coming out.
Yeah.
Which I haven't even heard the whole thing yet. But it's called It's All Happening Now. And I hear some hints of mindfulness and things like that in some of your lyrics and some of the themes and what you're doing. And obviously that title feels a little bit like that. What were you going for thematically with that?
I would say, well, thematically with that title, there's a title track called It's All Happening Now, which is the first track on the record. And it is a mindfulness song in a way. I meditate a lot, and I'm into that for sure. But one of the things that I noticed when I was meditating and that I think about is that you end up getting a lot of people who make it seem like when you're in the present, it's always great. It's always great.
Right.
Always great. And in reality, it's always everything, which is not great all the time.
Yeah.
So there's like suffering and everything that could be happening is happening. You just have to be with that.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of about that. And then in general, the song, the record's kind of like a 50s record in a way. A lot of the songs are like 2.5, 3, just about 3 minutes long. And it kind of a range is what I was going for. Because I wrote it over like 2 years and some of it in the computer and some of it on the guitar. And so I figured It's All Happening Now it's kind of paying homage to the fact that it's kind of all over the place to me.
I like that though.
That
I mean,
makes sense.
and you can hear that progressing in your music. You know, a song like "Come On, Come On," feeling very different, you know, from some of the others. But I like that, and I think it's, you know, you being a live performer, it's key to have things that move up and down, dynamics, all the rest of that. Well, you know, back to the mindfulness just for a little bit. You actually, I saw in, maybe it was a Facebook post referencing anxious attachment. I was like, I think you're the first artist, maybe I'm surely not the first artist to go through and think about that, but having gone through some of that work, obviously, if you know those terms, you've gone through and done some of this. How have you seen that influence your ability to navigate, you know, the up and down life of being a musician?
Oh yeah, it's been on one hand, it's been really helpful in that and also disorienting, if that makes sense.
Sure.
In that I have trouble, like, part of me wants to just detach from whatever I'm creating as it is not related to my life so that I don't feel sacred and feel the, like, expectations build or feel it attached to my identity. I want to just, like, let it flow out, because I think a lot of the times when I'm writing, that's kind of what it feels like. It doesn't really feel like but I can feel myself maybe pushing away from identifying with what I'm writing about or trying to hold it really sacred. I want to just let things flow. And that emotionally has saved me, but it can be hard to want to push things, if that makes sense. When you're, So it's kind of to move or do anything. So it's
no, that's true.
act.
The whole idea is not to like push or to grab, right? So, but in music, you have to push a little bit.
Yeah. You kind of like...
Someone needs to tell the gurus to help us out here. No, I love this line too. In A Month Ago, we're never who we once were. We're hardly who we are. First of all, you had to feel pretty good once you landed on that. You know, there's just lines where you're like, oh yeah, I did pretty good on that one. What on the, you know, I think I understand the point of that, but I'd love to hear you explain what you were trying to express with that line.
Yeah, I think that line to me is about kind of not holding on to ideas about who we are, because they kind of hold me back. Whenever I think I'm a certain way, it will hold me from growing or seeing what I'm currently experiencing to the fullest of its ability. Because I have an idea of who I think I am or what I want to be or who I'm supposed to be in this moment. And the past can really loom over heavy with me, whether it's like I've been sober for a long time, but before I was sober, it wasn't fun. There's a reason why I'm sober. And then in relationships too, like I hold on to the pattern of I'm supposed to care for you, I'm supposed to be there, and then I can resent somebody or whatever. So instead of just being present with them lightly and loosely, if that makes sense. I don't know if that's
absolutely makes sense. I so appreciate you making the music you make. I so look forward to seeing the full show live, and thanks for making the time for us.
Thank you so much, Jason, for having us out. I really
Absolutely,
appreciate that.
Yeah. I feel like this is that moment where I say, Baerd, it's all happening now. But no, we can probably discuss it now. Thanks, dude.
Thank you so much.
Oh, yeah, man. I'm going to do the fist just because.